What's up, everyone? It's Sean from our Bronco Life, and today we're going to be installing these triple LED fog lights by LED Factory Mart. So join me as we install them on this Bronco today. Now, these fog lights will only work with the heavy-duty modular front bumper, and they're going to install with the OEM bolts that are already here on the bumper. So those are your 3 mounting bolts that you're going to have to install these. Now, this kit came with all the wiring that you have, and we're going to run it under the hood and then hook it up to auxiliary switches. Now, this Bronco specifically doesn't have the built-in auxiliary switches. We put some aftermarket ones in, so it's going to be a nice option for those who don't have the aux switches who want to install these lights from LED Factory Mart. Now, these bolts under the bumper here are a T40 hex tool, so you just want to hand loosen them first and remove both ones on the driver and passenger side. Now, before we install them into the bumper, we're just going to test them out to make sure everything is working okay and all good. And now it's time to mount them on the bumper. So we are going to funnel the wiring on the driver's side right in this opening behind the headlight. And then we're going to bring it around behind wheel well liner and through. What's great about the Bronco is it is so modular and so easy to add different modifications. And this was nice, easy funnel down behind the driver's side headlight. So when installing your lights, you want to bring it in from behind the bumper here, and then you could start replacing the 3 bolts to secure it. Now, finish tightening up the bolts with your Bronco tool and your T40 hex. Now that you got it mounted, just plug in your driver's side fog lights now, and you got that nice weatherized locking connection point too. And let's move over to the passenger side. All right, we got the lights mounted and everything plugged in, and we just zip tied the wires to the frame down here behind the bumper, and we ran the wiring across above the skid plate. There's a couple different areas you can do it, but we ran it above the skid plate and then over to the driver's side. Same thing, secured it to the frame, and then right up here behind the wheel well liner is where we ran the wires up. And here they are behind the headlight. We're just going to hook them up to our auxiliary switch box. Now, if you had a Bronco that had the auxiliary switches, you'd have all of your pigtail wirings here and the built-in auxiliary wiring. So you could pick any one of those and hook them up to that and look for all the colored wiring hookups, what they correspond with on your infotainment screen. It has a digital owner's manual, but this Bronco doesn't have the built-in auxiliary wiring and switches, so we bought this aftermarket one. There are many on the market, but this one is a great one and easy to install, and we're going to hook it up to auxiliary switch number 4, which is a 20 amp. Now, the wiring provided wasn't long enough to reach our auxiliary box, so we just added an extension to it. Now, if your Bronco had the aux switches, they'd be right here. Well, we have the aftermarket ones, So we got all our switches up here. This one is switch 4 for the lights. Installation is complete on these LED Factory Mart LED fog lights. They look great. Can't wait to show you the demo what we get at nighttime. But the installation was pretty easy. It took less than an hour. Pretty straightforward. And love the way these fit and look on this bumper on this Bronco. I'll make sure to leave a link to the product in the description below. And thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time.